Good morning, everyone, and welcome on this beautiful Sunday morning. When I was growing up, gardening was a big deal in my family. Each member of the family had their own garden, and it had its own unique purpose. My oldest brother had grow lights in his bedroom, and he would start with seed packets and plant herbs and tomatoes and squash. And these seeds had to go in a special seed starting meeting. And then he'd put them under these amazing banks of glowing green lights that would provide the warmth that the seeds needed to grow in the middle of March and April when it was probably still snowing outside. Now, I was taught by my mom how to plant houseplants. And by the time I was an adult, I had a garden that just covered the entire kitchen counter. I'm sure I had about 10 houseplants, including a plant that was from a shoot of my grandmother's prayer plant, which was very special to me. Now, each plant was in a different type of pot and needed a different amount of water, but I firmly believe that they all benefited from me talking to them. And the best garden of all was our father's. He had a huge flower garden in the backyard. It ran the whole perimeter of the backyard. And he had everything you could imagine. He had a huge rose of Sharon bush, a lilac bush, red twigs, and raspberries. And my brother, when his herbs got big enough and strong enough, was allowed to use part of the garden to plant an herb and vegetable garden. And it was beautiful. And one of my jobs was always to help my dad break up the soil because our soil was full of clay, which would make it hard for the plants to grow. So we would work together to break up the big chunks of soil and make it ready for the plants. Now today we're going to hear the parable of the sower from Matthew. And this is a story that Jesus told to a large crowd that gathered around him at a lake. And the sower, like my brother, planted seeds. Some of them fell on rocky soil and couldn't really grow. Some of them fell on the path and were eaten by the birds. And some of them fell in the healthiest soil around and grew into beautiful fruit trees that brought a wonderful harvest. Well, we are like those seeds, and God is the gardener. Sometimes our life gets rocky, and we don't know what to do. But God is always with us, watching over us, and waiting for us to be ready to grow. And just like my dad and I breaking up that soil with our hands, God works with us and doesn't give up, and is ready for us when we're ready to journey on and have new adventures. Let us pray. Dear Lord, please plant your seeds of love in our heart as we go out in the world this week. Amen.